ASMR video about a movie that I just saw. Basically just going to whisper. This is basically just gonna be a movie review, except I'm going to whisper. Ooh, I don't know why my mic just changed colors. So I recently saw a movie called One of Them Days. One of Them Days, featuring Keke Palmer and SZA, is basically essentially a buddy comedy about two girls living in Los Angeles, and one of them, who's played by SZA, her name is Alyssa, but I'm probably just gonna refer to them by the names of the actors, to be honest. I'm probably gonna just refer to the names of the actors, because I don't remember Keke Palmer as the character's name. So I'm just gonna refer to them as SZA and Keke Palmer. So SZA's character, Alyssa, is more like an artist type, and she basically does paintings, and she's kind of more like ditzy and like spiritual. Like, she would probably watch ASMR videos, like she will probably watch like tarot videos, tarot readings. I don't know. This is just my judgment of her, because I've noticed recently that I'm a very judgmental person. I can be very judgmental, which is a habit that I probably picked up in high school, to be honest. And it's something that I want to work on, to be honest. But yeah, that's Alyssa slash SZA. And then Keke Palmer's character is more like straight edge, and she probably doesn't smoke weed. She probably is, well, she does. She works at a diner, and I think she's a manager in the diner or something. I'm really struggling to remember her name, her character's name. I should have looked it up in the movie, in the Wikipedia beforehand, but I'm really bad with that. But Keke Palmer, works at a diner, and then essentially what happens is SZA gives her boyfriend the rent money that was due that day, and then she gives him the rent money to give to the landlord, and instead of using the money to give to the landlord, he used the money to buy t-shirts for his t-shirt line, because he's like a fuckboy and he wants to sell t-shirts instead. So yeah, that's basically the well, okay. And then basically what happens is that they have to figure out how to come up with the rent money by the end of the day, otherwise they're gonna get evicted. So yeah, I thought this movie was really hilarious and really fun and really uproarious. I mean, I watched it while I was in bed on my side, so I didn't really have the physical capacity to laugh or anything, but I felt like it was really humorous. It didn't exactly make me laugh out loud, but then again, I feel like laughing out loud is the sort of thing that happens when you're in a certain place and time, and you have a certain capacity to laugh. You have to have a certain capacity to laugh in order to laugh, I feel like. Which is not to say that it wasn't funny. I definitely did laugh a few times, but I was just so tired that I don't know, I wasn't that I just wasn't alert enough to be laughing. But I enjoyed the film. I thought it was very I thought the plot was really cool. And the main thing that I loved about the movie was that it really showed a lot of Los Angeles, and I felt like it had a really Los Angeles flavor. And another movie about Los Angeles that I really enjoyed was Tangerine. directed by Sean Baker. And I feel like the reason why I really enjoyed that movie was because it was about, it was shot in Los Angeles, and the movie is really like a love letter to Los Angeles. And that's how I felt about this film too. I really felt like it was like kind of like a love letter to Los Angeles. There were a lot of jokes about like Los Angeles, I feel like, in jokes, such as like the gangster at the end of the movie. The gangster whose name I've forgotten. I'm kind of bad with names, I guess. I remember certain people's names, but not everybody's. But basically, there's like a gangster who I feel like is probably a reference to some gangster in Los Angeles. And then there's also like jokes about like, gentrification and like wealthy white people versus like black people who are maybe not living in the most richest environment, and that kind of like social, dynamic. And then there's the character of Bethany, the white girl, who moves into their neighborhood. And then there's the character Uche, who is their landlord and is trying to get more white people to move into their house. To move into their apartment complex. Okay, I remember like all their characters' names except for Kiki Palmer's character and and Sis's boyfriend's name. I find that I get a lot of brain farts. I'm sorry, like I get a lot of brain farts when I'm talking nowadays. I feel like there's something like a brain chip like missing from my brain or something. But the movie, yeah, it is like about LA, and there's a lot of scenes like around diners and like drive-throughs, and I feel like a lot of Los Angeles is like environments like that, like drive-throughs and diners. And there's like that one really funny scene where Sisa is trying to get a pair of shoes off a telephone pole, and I felt like that looked really LA. I don't know, another movie that I'm watching recently is mid-90s, and that's also a really LA movie. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't really have much else to say. I just thought it was a really good movie and I wanted to make a review of it. And like, I just remember when I watched the movie, like after I finished watching it, it was like 1 in the morning, and I just made a note in my phone that said ASMR one of them days review. So now I'm making an ASMR one of them days review. My channel is honestly so random, like it is just so random, like there's no theme. But yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to make vlogs, and you can stay tuned for those, I guess. I'm gonna keep trying to make vlogs. I just recorded some clips from my physical therapy today, so I'm going to include those in a vlog sometime soon. I'm gonna have to edit those down though. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.